Hey Class 10, welcome to your Exam Ready Explainer for Chapter 3. We're going to dive right into the first and super important section, gender and politics. We're cutting straight to the chase, hitting all the key points you absolutely have to know for your exams. So, let's get into it.
All right, let's start with a question that might seem a little weird at first. You're studying political science, right? So why are we talking about who does the dishes or laundry at home? Is doing chores actually political? Well, the answer is the key to understanding this entire chapter.
And the answer is a huge yes. The single most important idea you need to get from this is this little phrase, the personal is political. It means that what happens in our private lives, inside our homes, isn't some separate bubble. It's directly connected to the power structures of our whole society.
So how does that connection work? To really get it, we first need to look at something called the public/private divide. Just think of it as this invisible line that society has drawn. On one side, you have the public world of work outside, and on the other, the private world of work inside the home.
And that brings us to our first major exam term, the sexual division of labor. Now listen up, because this is the most crucial part. This system is based on social ideas and stereotypes, not on biology. It's this idea that women are just naturally supposed to handle all the housework and childcare, while men are supposed to be the ones earning money outside the home.
So what happens because of this? Well, a few big things. First, women end up doing almost all of the unpaid work. And because it's unpaid, that work isn't really valued or even seen as real work. And the biggest consequence? When your entire day is filled with this unrecognized work, your ability to be a part of public life, and especially politics, shrinks to almost nothing.
Look, this isn't just some abstract idea. We can actually see it in the data. So let's get into measuring this imbalance. And trust me, the numbers really tell a story.
So in India, a time use survey was done to track exactly how people are spending their hours every day. And the results? They give us a super clear snapshot of the sexual division of labor in action.
All right, check out this first finding. When it comes to work that generates an income, paid work, the survey found that, on average, men spend about 6 hours a day doing it. And women? Just 2 hours and 40 minutes. Big difference, right?
But here's where it gets really eye-opening. What about all that household work? Well, men spend just half an hour a day on it. Women, on the other hand, spend a massive 5 hours. This is what people call the invisible work, and it is a huge part of a woman's day.
So get this, if you add it all up, the average woman in India works over an hour more than the average man every single day. But, and this is the killer point for your exam answers, most of her work is totally unpaid, and because of that, it goes completely unrecognized by society.
Okay, so you've got this deeply unequal system. People didn't just sit back and accept it, right? Of course not. All around the world, movements started to pop up, demanding change. This is what we call the feminist response.
Now, the word feminist can sometimes sound complicated, so let's stick to the simple, clear definition from your textbook. A feminist is just a woman or a man who believes in equal rights and opportunities for women and men. That's it. It's all about equality.
So what were these movements trying to achieve? Well, they had some big goals. They were demanding equality in politics and law, like getting the right to vote. They were fighting for better education and more career opportunities. And, super importantly, they were pushing for equality right inside the home, in personal and family life too.
So we've seen the problem and the response to it. But what's the actual root cause? What do we call the system that keeps this whole thing going? Let's dive into our final key term for this section, patriarchy.
Patriarchy literally means rule by the father. It's a social system that's built on the idea that men are more valuable, and so it gives them power over women. Remember that sexual division of labor we talked about? It's not a random thing. It's a direct result of a patriarchal system. And you can see the impact of this system everywhere. For example, just look at the literacy rates in India. For men, it's 76%. For women, it's only 54%. That huge gap isn't an accident. It's a direct reflection of a society that has, for a very long time, valued a boy's education more than a girl's.
Okay, so that covers the core ideas of gender and politics. Now that we've broken it down, let's talk real quick about how you can absolutely nail this topic in your exams.
At A1 Institute, we've got your back with everything from expert guidance and super comprehensive notes to full admission support and strategies that are designed to get you exam ready. And hey, if this explainer helped you out, do us a huge favor and hit that like button, share it with a friend, and definitely subscribe to the A1 Institute YouTube channel for more. It really helps us out. If you're looking for admission, want to get your hands on our awesome notes, or need some one-on-one guidance, just get in touch with A1 Institute. The phone number is right there for you in the description below.
And with that, Part 1 is a wrap. You're now one huge step closer to mastering this chapter. Make sure you check out our next explainer, where we're going to break down Part 2, Religion and Politics. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.